Hey everyone, Josh here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now in today's video I want to talk to you all about self-awareness, meaning self-awareness of your thoughts, your actions and your behaviors, and how using self-awareness as the foundational point to really create lasting shifts in how you conduct yourself in your day-to-day career. So I'll give you an example. If you're really struggling to set boundaries with your teammates, if you're really struggling to set boundaries with your clients or the project delivery team, and you're finding yourself getting burnt out all the time, and you don't have that level of self-awareness to go why, well then you're always going to be burnt out. You're always going to keep creating the same outcomes and same results for yourself until you really start that self-awareness process of why, what's going on for me, why do I keep creating these same outcomes, what am I so afraid of when it comes to setting boundaries. So that self-awareness piece is really the first piece that you need to nail in order to move forward effectively. You won't be able to set boundaries with your teammates, you won't be able to set boundaries with your clients as best as you possibly can until you have that awareness of, my goodness, I keep saying yes to everything. My goodness, I'm trying to people please everyone all the time. I'm really struggling to set boundaries here. So the self-awareness piece has to come first. Without that, you keep creating the same results for yourself. So staying with that example, if you do get to the end of your work day every day and you're completely stuffed, you're completely burnt out, you're completely overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do, act on and achieve, and that's a pattern for you, that's something that you keep creating, that's the first step or the first key to going, okay, well there's a pattern here. I keep creating this for myself. Why am I so tired all the time? Okay, I'm completely overloaded with my work here. I need to set boundaries. I need to put my hand up and create good boundaries for myself when it comes to my workload. And I know for a lot of people, setting boundaries is difficult because you've got to please your teammates, you've got to please your clients, and you've got to please the people in your business. So that is a really difficult thing to start doing, and you're not going to go from pleasing everyone all the time to setting boundaries really effectively the next day. It is a work on, and in today's vid, it's all about creating that self-awareness piece. So coming back to that example, if you are burnt out all the time and it is a pattern for you, then the first step is going, okay, this is a pattern. How am I creating this, or how am I contributing to this outcome in my life? And that first step, that questioning process is really quite empowering because you're actually stopping, you're pausing, you're going inwards and you're questioning, well, how am I creating this outcome for myself? So with that, so you might do that. You might pause, you might stop, and you might go, why or what is going on here that's ensuring that I'm creating this burnt out and fatigue and overwhelm all the time. And so the next step of awareness for you might be, I'm really, really afraid of what people might think. I'm really afraid of what my client might think. I'm really scared of what my teammates might think if I say that I need to just an extra day to get this task done or whatever. So that's the next level of awareness to go, my goodness, I actually am really petrified of having that conversation with my client or having that conversation with my teammate. And again, this questioning process, this inner work, this inner process is really giving us great insight into the parts of our personality that we need to work on. So if you do have this, this afraid part of your personality that is scared to set boundaries, you are then more aware of it. And so without that self-awareness, and that awareness that you are, one, struggling to set boundaries because you're totally burnt out all the time, and two, that you are afraid of setting boundaries because of what people might think of you, you've got far more awareness than you did, say, half an hour ago before you started that questioning process. So without that self-awareness, creating change in your life is near impossible. But with self-awareness, you can start to create those or start to make those small little changes and shifts in your life that ultimately, every day as you sort of turn up and work towards setting boundaries, staying with the example that we're talking about, setting boundaries, you will over time create the outcomes that you want. So self-awareness comes first, and self-awareness comes through the questioning process and actually spending a little bit of time with yourself going, what's working and why, and then what am I going to do about it? Hope you've enjoyed today's vid. Love to hear your comments below, and as always, reach out if you've got any questions. Talk soon.